difficult of a decision can that be?
Yeah, well, like you said, we got to do what's best for the team, and we go off of what we see. That's why we grade, and we try to make it that way, as black and white as possible. But it becomes sort of a body of work over time when you make these decisions, and I don't think that. I think in particular, we're probably talking right guard here, and we're still working through that. We'll get off the field and see how it went today, but I don't think it'll be a wholesale change. And then because part of it is what you see in practice, and now at that position, it's going to be what do we see in a game, and how those guys do and perform in a game. That's really how it goes. It's the ultimate evaluator on Saturday. So their preparation leads them, and then their test is on Saturday, and we give them a grade. And it's not always that easy, but it is that simple. Yeah, I think he's running as good as anybody in the country. And Singleton's a really good back as well. And both are breaking a lot of tackles, and so we got to do a good job of getting the ball. We got to swarm tackle. We got to get them down on the ground. We got to be violent and get to the ball. And we know that we got to like any good defense. We're built inside out. We got to stop the run first. We know that we're going to come in here and run the ball. I mean, the coach say that they got to come in here and run the ball. So it's a challenge to our defense, challenge to our defensive line, challenge to our linebackers, challenge to our entire defense. To make sure that that doesn't happen. But they're a very good team, and our guys know that. They know what they're up against, and so guys have been locked in this week and know what the challenge is. So now it's about who puts it on the field, and then the other part of it is on offense we got to run the ball. We got to make sure we're moving the line of scrimmage, and backs are getting downhill, breaking tackles, and everybody's involved in that. Well, we've only played half the season here, so we got a lot of football ahead of us. Just continually, first things first, take care of the football, get us into the right plays, command the line of scrimmage, play well on third down, play well on the red zone, make routine plays routinely. We got a chance to take shots, we got to hit them, those types of things. But you're seeing it, and I think for people to say, well, we're waiting to see the entire playbook, and we're trying to listen. Every play, we're trying to score touchdowns. We're not just running the ball and hoping to get 3 and 4 yards. I mean, we have opportunities. We can break some of these runs, and we can break tackles when we throw the football and those types of things. Feel free to do that. It's about efficiency. And I think that's something in the end that's going to be the difference makers. Our fundamentals: tackling, blocking, taking care of the football, executing the plays, making guys miss, all those things. And so, we certainly, are going to have different things that we can do to attack teams, and we'll continue to work on that. But at the end of the day, we're really driving efficiency right now, and we're challenging our guys. But it's the same thing with Julian. And yes, he can do that. But the number one thing is win. That's the other thing. When we first started this thing, week 1 against Texas, it was just win the game. And then it was just win the first road game. And we have to make sure we're focused on that as well. Every week we have to win the game. That being said, we have to prepare ourselves for games like this is a matchup game, and we know what type of team Penn State is. We know we haven't had the season that they expected to have, but we know the challenge, and these are the games where we all got to play well. Our great players got to play well, and certainly the quarterback does.
Clarification in that realm, the first couple of days this week. I mean, with 2 freshmen coming on,
yeah.
I know you're not reluctant to play them and stuff, but just what's your take on that a couple of days before the game?
I think they're all working at it. I think they are. I think that they have good attitudes. I think Locke is driving them. They're driving them as well, and I think that they're learning and they're growing. I think for the most part they're a young group that haven't played a lot of football yet. So, but they got a good look in their eye, and they come to work every day, and they're practicing hard, and they make mistakes, but then they flash, and so they just haven't played a whole bunch of football before. CJ's played the most, so we're just trying to get them as many reps as we can, and we practice hard, because we're trying to simulate what that's like in the game. They all have really high ceilings, I think, and bright futures, but they're just working at it, and we'll keep pushing through and try to figure out who gives the best chance to win the game, and then looking at it from a wider lens of where we think it's going to go as the season goes on. We feel confident, all the guys in the game.
Is it tough to lean on a freshman though? I mean, you have to you have to be overly convinced, through your career and stuff? Has it been tough to like kind of go that route finally?
Well, I think we've seen it. The season's long, and high school players aren't used to this long of a season, so to expect them to carry the load for the entire season is probably a big ask. Not that they can't do it, but when we have the opportunity to spread it around and to build as we go, that's probably what we have to do. But the more they can handle it, the more we're going to put it on them. And here we are now. Now we're in the second half of the season, so it's time to go.
It's going to be a challenge. He did a lot of great things here. We know what he likes to do. But we got to be ready for anything. He can throw anything at us, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a challenge. Preparation. I think our preparation has been on an elite level. We got to continue to do that. I mean, from the film watching to taking notes and meetings and practice, we've done a great job so far. We just got to keep doing that.
Do you feel that this week?
Yeah, definitely. It's been great so far. We just got to keep doing that.
This has been such a big game for you guys playing Penn State. Is it weird to think that next year Ohio State and Penn State are not going to play?
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn, you not?
Nope.
Damn, we would have been going back to Penn State too.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. Damn, yeah, that's weird for sure. That's definitely weird.
Obviously for you kind of had one of your first big moments.
I mean, he's been the same, honestly. Julian. He come in here. He work every day. His head don't get too big. He's very humble, and he definitely gonna win that. He's definitely gonna win that bit though. So.
Is there something people don't know about Julian that they should know?
Something people don't know about Julian. Honestly, I don't know. Everybody know he's cool. He's that what is that called? Maroon 5. Yeah, he's definitely that.
Brandon, why do you say he's definitely going to win it?
Oh, because man, they'll see the rest of the year. They say all these other quarterbacks up there with him, but he different. He the best, and they'll see.
I mean, obviously, all you guys care about is winning.
Yeah.
But what would it mean to an offense and a group of receivers to help your quarterback get an award like that?
I mean, it'll be everything, honestly. We just got to catch the ball for him. Anytime he throw it, I mean, honestly, he don't make it our job hard. He puts it in the same spot every time, right there in our face. And as long as we just keep making the play for him, he gonna win it.
How well do you think?
It's not super hard. I don't think anything the defense we do feels like difficult or like we're confused. Like it seems simple to us, but hard for the offense. And yeah, he's super talented. But like I said, he's grown so much mentally. And I think that's been a big difference because the talent's always been there.
Is it hard?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think you see what the offense does, and then you kind of know what you're going to get to a certain extent. But you also got to know like it's a young quarterback coming in. But I mean, he's a good player. He's a good athlete. When he's in there, he's making some good throws. So it's going to be a tough matchup.
Sonny, Penn State season hasn't gone the way that they've wanted it to, but there's still a lot of talent on that team. What version of Penn State are you guys expecting?
The absolute best version of themselves. They were just in the game with top 10 team in Oregon a few weeks ago. It's a good football team over there, despite the games they lost. They're going to come in here and give us their best shot. So we're looking forward to it.
Sonny,
Maybe versus Texas. I felt we really dominated that game, and we knew what we were capable of, and I think we're just getting better each and every week. Still get some similar looks, but I mean, when you got a young quarterback in there, you want to rely on your older players. Obviously, you got 2 veteran backs, you got a good tight end, you got some good receivers around them. So kind of try and make the game easier for him. But like I said, he's a good player, so they're able to still run their offense.
For us, I feel like we declined since Wisconsin game, and past 2 weeks has really been consistent for us. And Wisconsin wasn't right up front. Coach Bowen, like, this is not us. Like, this was our worst game up front. And then he's just been pushing us, and every day we've been pushing on the field. Yeah, we're all confident. Every day we feel confident, so we're ready for something.
You said Coach Bowen said you guys basically it wasn't easy that game. What did you identify as maybe what went wrong? What were those things that made it not up to your standards?
Yeah, so all of us, we had that, some of us had that one block where we were one block away from him in big run, and then coming on the sidelines, you just look at him and like, come on, we got to be better than this.
That was it?
Yeah. There's some other words in there, but I can't really share.
I was going to say, wow.
We got to get better each day. Every week, everyone's improving, so we got to upgrade each week. That's Coach Dave been preaching to us every week. We got to upgrade.
Yeah, and there's no secret. There's at least a competition going on at right guard and stuff. Does that upset anything as you guys get ready for a game like this, or does the competition? How would you describe what's going on there from the standpoint of Josh and Integra, and how it maybe enhances you guys?
So everyone got to be on the point. Everyone got to know what they're doing. They got to be confident, and they got to prepare like you're going out there. So no matter who's going out there, we got to be confident up front. And we're going to play the best 5 guys we have. He's definitely improving each week. He's getting better. He's been sliding out more at guard, and so he's just getting more reps and reps. You can see him improving a lot, and he's just going to keep on improving as the season goes on.
You guys have a new offensive defensive end when you look at them.
Yeah, they're 2 solid guys. They're definitely going to be playing on Sundays in the future, and we just got to be prepared and just study those guys.
How much can, last year and going up against Knowles in your career, how much can that kind of help you inform maybe what you're going to see look-wise on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely we can see the same scheme-wise when they probably to personnel, but it's definitely new players, so it's not like you're going against Tyleek and Ty and Jack and JT, so it's new, but it's going to be like similar kind of,
The personnel is obviously different, but have you watched film and kind of recognized some looks and some things that they do from what you practice against?
Yeah.
I know you guys are trying to put the national championship behind you, so to speak. It's a great thing. But that being said, how much confidence does that give you moving forward, knowing what you guys did last year?
Yeah, it gives us a lot of confidence, and each day we know what it takes, and we got to be at that standard. So just pushing everyone from the top guys to the leaders all the way down to the young guys.
Is it hard at all to, knowing that Jim likes to change things up when he can, and then he's had an extra week? I mean, do you guys just have to practice for what you see on film?
No, we got to practice for everything. We know Jim knows what he likes to do, and so we've been practicing everything, so we're ready for each snap.
I'll just say, we were talking earlier with Coach Day. He was just talking about not anxiety, but urgency. There's always something in you, somebody wants what I have, and you have to go at it every day with that. And I feel like if you go at it every day with that, you don't take anything for granted. You come out every day hungry, and it puts you in position on Saturday to go play confident.
Caleb, just how you guys talk about that game, or not talk about it, I guess?
I mean, we played Penn State. We played Penn State.
This has been such a big game for you guys, Penn State. Is it weird knowing that next year Ohio State and Penn State are not going to play each other?
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Since I've been a kid, I always remember that being a game. So, but I guess that's the changes in college football right now. So, it is what it is.
Caleb, what stands out about the game?
Brian, yesterday, I described it seems like it has a really high IQ, meaning intelligent quotient, along with everything else. Have you noticed that too about your group and y'all's ability to make changes almost on the fly? And that takes a little bit of an intelligent level too, right?
I think it's the way we've been trained. Coach P, Coach Walt, Coach G, Laurinaitis, Coach J. They do a good job making sure that we're not just seeing our single position, but we're trying to see the full field, see the tells that we can have. And if you see all the tells that you can see on the field, you're going to be able to play fast and adjust when the time comes. And then Coach B and everybody does a great job of on-field adjustments, whether that's in the game or in the locker room when we get back at halftime. Boys, he's been himself, hasn't changed since anybody's known him. He's acted the same way since I met him, cool, calm, and collected. So J. Cool's been J. Cool.
On your podcast this week, he compared himself to Joe Burrow. Do you feel like this is an accurate comparison, or do you kind of feel like he's his own quarterback archetype?
I mean, I think Julian's his own quarterback. I would say Joe probably has a little more juice in the run game, if you would say. He probably run a little bit more, but I mean, I respect that he's playing at an elite level himself, and Julian's his own person.
All right, Caleb, thank you.